All right, today Coca-Cola is unveiling new technology on its Freestyle beverage machines. These are the snazzy gizmos usually used to grab your drinks at Wendy's or movie theaters. And in fact, Yahoo Finance has one in our offices inside Verizon Media HQ. Used to be you would have to touch the machine to pick up your options. Now the company has created technology to allow for contactless pouring through your smartphone. Joining us now to tell us how it works is Chris Hellmann, Coca-Cola Freestyle Global VP and General Manager. Chris, look, I was looking at how this works. I wrote a story up on it. It's on the Yahoo Finance site now. Did you save the soda machine here?
Well, I think I don't know about that, but when the crisis really began here several months ago, and we saw early on that this was going to have a major impact on restaurants and the food service sector, we got to work pretty quickly on thinking about how consumer behavior is going to change, how it's going to evolve through this process, and that's what really led us to several things. But one of the outcomes of that has been work that we've done around this touchless pour that you just mentioned, and the technology that would enable our consumers to operate the dispensers through their mobile phone.
Yeah, we're just seeing the video now, Chris. It's pretty incredible. If and when we get back to the office, I guess we'll be trying it out firsthand. But I'm curious if this technology, this software, was something you were working on before the pandemic, or did you have to rush it to market? What was sort of the timeline on that?
Yeah, it was, well, we had been doing some work on, we've had a Freestyle app for quite a while, but we weren't contemplating touchless before the pandemic hit. So literally in 100 days, we have developed the software code and tested it, and we're beginning to implement it next week. So this was a new feature and new work that really got started in late March.
Chris, I'm not seeing a lot of other companies do this, and the fact is, have you seen a pickup in sales of these machines because of this technology? There's still a lot of restaurants that I go to that have the old school fountain machines. They don't have this machine yet, but is that starting to change?
Yeah, it's just too early to tell. I mean, since we're rolling it out this week, and we'll have it in all of our Freestyle dispensers by the end of the year, what impact that's going to have on business is really hard to judge right now, especially given the way that the restaurant business and entertainment and food service business is opening and closing, and it's just in such a state of change right now. It's just too early to tell.
What else have you got up your sleeve there, Chris? I mean, you turned this software code around in 100 days. How else are you innovating, and how much of what's happening there is in reaction to the world we're living in now with this pandemic?
Well, a lot of it right now. And we made the decision right when this started that we were going to spend as much energy on trying to understand consumer behaviors as this unfolds, and then match up technologies with that. And Alexis, I would say that we have done some real low-tech things over the last couple weeks, as well as leading all the way up to this mobile pour. And those low-tech things have been providing sanitary wipes and disinfectant and those types of things for our restaurant partners as they really try to navigate the safest way to open their restaurants.
Chris, what's the cost for one of these machines? And if you're a restaurant franchisee struggling probably with their dine-in service continuing to be closed, what's the cost to operate this business, let's say, over the stretch of a year?
Well, the great thing about Freestyle and fountain beverages in general is that it's probably, if not the highest profit item for the restaurant, it's certainly right up there. So the mobile pour and this technology that we've just worked on and are implementing, we're actually not charging for that. So it's part of the overall arrangement that we have with our restaurant and food service partners.
And Chris, going forward too, so in terms of when that fountain soda business may come back, a lot of restaurant companies that I've talked with, it's still closed. What are you hearing from customers?
Yeah, it's a real mixed bag, and it depends on what part of the country that you're in. we're really guided by the FDA and the CDC relative to helping our customers and restaurant partners when we consult about opening their dining rooms. We've seen a tremendous amount of business, Brian, through the drive-thrus over the last couple months. And our restaurant partners have been really pretty nimble and innovative in terms of delivery and takeout and changing their business model to meet the new environment. But I think that longer term, we're just not exactly sure what consumer behavior is going to look like. But back to your original question around opening of the dining rooms. Once again, the FDA has been pretty clear. The CDC have been pretty clear in helping with guidelines. It ultimately comes down to the local regulations, and we're encouraging our restaurant partners to make sure that they follow those. And in an abundance of caution, make sure that we're taking care of those dining rooms as best we can using that guidance. And this touchless mobile pour fits into that. I'll say that we're not exactly sure how much the end consumer is going to use the technology. We've made it so that it's so simple. It's within a second you can pull up the user interface and start making your choices. There's no apps to download. There's no memberships. We're not collecting any data. It's an immediate handshake with the dispenser to pour the beverages, and you can still navigate and mix and match. But once again, we're not sure how much that's going to take on or not. But we wanted to make sure we had that offering for our partners in case that really is a big deal as the dining rooms reopen.
Well, count me in the group that will be trying it once we eventually get back to the office. And while I have you, let's get some energy drinks flowing through this Freestyle machine. I don't see it on my machines in the office, but it's time. Let's leave it there. Chris,
I'll take a note of that.
Appreciate it. I knew you'd be the right guy. Chris Hellmann, Coca-Cola Freestyle Global VP and General Manager. Good to see you this morning.
Great, thank you.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.